Spencer, a great 2-1 victory away at Eastbourne today. What was the difference?
Real heart. I thought, as a footballing side, I thought we pretty much bossed the whole game as far as footballing. Very unfortunate to be a goal down at half time. It was a soft set piece goal again. Second half, again, I think we've dominated. We've played more football today than we have in weeks. Look, there's a key moment, of course. We make a terrible mistake. The guy goes clean through. Let's not hide around it. He misses, and how many times have you seen it in football? 10 minutes later, we're 2-1 up. But the heart of the team, I think we deserved it on the balance of the game. I thought we played so much more better football. Yes, besides that, our keepers made one save. They've had obviously the big moment and one other chance, I think, pretty much. But you know, it was terrible windy conditions for both sides. But I thought we were really brave. And look, it's got to be said, you know, I'm sick of the rubbish that's been said by other clubs, other owners, you know, we're not all at sea. We are fighting really hard, and you've seen that here today. It helps us when people say this, the haters. I'm super proud of everyone involved with us today. The fans that came behind there, we normally get nothing here, and I thought we absolutely put a shift in. And you know, if we'd not got something from the game, it would have been disappointing. And as I said, I appreciate the goals to a degree. We've got element of just fight and grit. And we showed so much today. And if we can show that, and I'm determined we will, we are going to have a great chance this season to do what we need to do at this stage. And it's a massive 3 points.
How do you think the new defence looked today with Jordan, Ollie and Connor at the back?
Well, it was Mason at the back. Back three. Look, first half, besides a shockingly bad set-piece goal, where we just fell asleep, we've dominated the ball, had so many half chances. Our shooting was an incredible save from their keeper, from Billy. And I think we should have shot some more. You know, how it's not gone in from Toby when he's got to the byline and it's across the line. I thought we've dominated it with the wind. But it's a poor goal. And look, Akeem makes a mistake and their guy goes straight through, and there's no question it's a massive moment in the game. But it is, you know, when you make so many changes in defence, it is a little bit of a learning process. We only get an hour a week with the players, but the dressing room is absolutely bouncing. Look, we know what a big result that is. What a massive 3 points, a team right around us. And as I said, the players knew my attitude, the stuff that's being written, some of it by our own fans. And you know, you see our loyal fans that were here, and there's an awful lot of loyal fans that couldn't travel today, so I totally accept that. But wow, you know, we are fighting. And you know, at half time, it was put in front of me the scores. It was an absolutely disaster zone, and to turn that around and other results, it's a massive moment, and we've got to build on it. So I'm really pleased with the substitutions when they came on. Certainly in attacking force, I thought Michael Class in particular was excellent. And we got the job done, bearing in mind Mason Bloomfield and John Lunga weren't here today. They were both ill. So, you know, we've had a terrible 24 hours against everything that goes against us. So just super pleased. That fight and grit that we showed today. And we'll still need to get better, no doubt about it. You know, we've still given away far too many soft chances today, even though there's only been, probably 3 of them. But there were 3 gifts. On another day, we could have lost the game. So, big result, and we move on.
As you mentioned, John and Mason both ill today. A few players missing. How's the squad looking going forward into a tough run of games starting next Saturday against Torquay?
Well, it's Tuesday Torquay, but we'll come on to that second. Look, it's not good, obviously, losing the 2 lads overnight to illness. Amir was ill in midweek, so we weren't sure about him today, to be fair. So look, we were very bare bones. Mason is on restricted. Mason Barrett is restricted on minutes. So look, it is tight at the moment. We're desperately trying to get some midfielders in. There's no question about that. I've gone for probably 5 central midfielders in the last 2 weeks, and all 5 are still with their parent clubs. Everyone's standard comment at the moment is we're waiting to see if we can get a National League deal or an EFL deal. So it's not due to a lack of trying, it really is. It's not easy. But I think we've got to focus on the lads that are here. We've had a really good week's training, even though it's brief. We managed to get 2 sessions in because of the Chelmsford game that was called off. So, you know, it makes that difference. But as I said, it's just, we want everyone to enjoy this and to understand that if you work really hard, and we were genuinely very disciplined for the vast majority of it. And as I said, anyone that was here, I thought, Hook coming into, you know, his movement. I mean, how many times did we nearly get him through in the first half? They were just inches away. So there were so many green shoots. We saw them last week, the start of them. It was better today, and for once today, we've really got over the line away from home, and we've got to build it. As you say, we're playing all full-time sides. Let's not forget who this side is. Let's see who they signed yesterday. They're below us in the table. Look at the difference in budgets and crowds and everything else. But we've got to try and, I'm going to thrive on it, because, the nonsense that's being said on forums and podcasts, and some owners saying stuff, and in other clubs at different levels and everything else. Perhaps you should look after yourself. We're proud of where we've been in the last 10 years. We're not running huge losses, etc. And look, it's tough. It's really, really tough. And this one game won't define our season, but it's shown us the way. And fingers crossed we can keep moving forward, because we're playing literally, if it is Torquay Tuesday, then Dagenham, and then what is it, Maidenhead, and then it's Dorking. I mean, full time. We're massively overachieving, but we're going to fight all the way through.
Fantastic result. Thank you, Spencer.
No problem.